Good morning, afternoon, evening. Hey, Jan. What's going on? Round 2 of the Captain America 5x7. Ooh, that's a lot of paint. I think what I'll do today, I'll start off doing a wash on the background. Actually, probably wash over most of the painting, give it a slight yellow tint because there's going to be fireball in the background, so there should be a warm light over the whole piece. Do that, then start while that dries, work in more of the underpainting on Captain, maybe start blocking in some details on the background as well. And yeah, I'm early today. Got in the office a little earlier than planned, and it's good because I can get a good 2.5 hours down. So that's all right. I found a new channel for copyright-free music, lo-fi hip-hop. Hopefully it's not too intense. So as usual, just acrylic paint. What's up, Rodney? Acrylic paint, really washed out. A lot of water, so it's a nice transparent layer. Everything nice and light. Oh. Sorry, it's got an interesting text. So yeah, really light layers of paint, so just tints the paper. Don't lose my pencil lines at this point. Shouldn't really have any whites. I'll add the white highlights at the end. I'm doing the brush strokes in the direction of the perspective. So see, everything's coming from the center out. If that's just in case there is some residual texture that does get left behind by the brush, it'll give it a nice perspective. So it's all gonna convene to this, well, not to the center, but to the center of the tunnel, which is down here. And there's a little excess there. And this should dry really quick because it's very, very soft. So the way I'm lighting this is because the main light source is behind him right here at the center of the tunnel. That is going to be the lightest there, and things are going to darker as they get further away from it. That's why I did these dark circles for the tunnel support beams, whatever, I don't know what they're supposed to be. Because these areas here are not going to catch any light if the light's coming in this way. These are really the core shadow areas. His inner thighs here, his chest, those areas really don't catch light. Everything else is going to be rim lit from both sides because the light is engulfing him. So I'm just going to darken a little bit more towards the edges. Sorry, for the edges inwards. So what's everyone up to this morning? Really splashing a lot there. Just got off work. Have you worked the night shift? Ah, sweet. Last page of Power Ninja Tunes, man. That book looks awesome. I caught most of the stream Friday when you were talking to, what's his name, Juan? Whatever his name is, can't remember now. The guy whose project it is. Yeah, it looks like a fun project. That's kicking off like 16th or something, right? It's hitting Kickstarter, if I remember correctly. Something around there. Should be definitely project I'll back. But yeah, that should be a successful. Jose, there we go. Yeah, that should be a successful project for sure. The nostalgia factor alone there. There you go. Pay attention. 16th, I got it right. Okay. Give that a couple of minutes to really dry off. Not that I need to. Let's see if there's anything else that really needs yellow. No. Yeah, it definitely looks like a fun project. So actually, well, that dries for a couple of minutes. I got the Emma Frost glazed and trimmed. glossed in trim. There's that, super shiny. Really having a lot of fun with this high gloss varnish. Anyways, yeah, so she's going in the stack. Yeah, and it's actually, I don't know if Jose did it on purpose or if you guys did it on purpose or just coincidental with the marketing for Space Jam 2 is starting to kick off. I expect something, probably we'll see something bigger around the Super Bowl because they did that 30 or like the 5-second teaser. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to drop full teaser trailer around the Super Bowl, which will get a lot of people talking about Looney Tunes, all that stuff. So there's going to be a lot of residual marketing. This project will benefit from. Just clean my brush while this dries a bit. Oh, and I have another, what was going to be a quick sketch last night while I was watching TV. So that's just drying. I'll give it another hour, so then I'll check it out. So there you go. Wasn't planned. It's a happy accident. Where's my brushes? I'll make this up. There we go. I'll need my number 4. I'll use that in a minute. Whoop, don't. Pull the number 4 and the number 1. That just needs another minute. Oh, I forgot it's Sunday and the church next door is about to kick in. Hopefully they're not too loud. Artif. Let's see. I really enjoyed as much as I can enjoy a brush. I really like the quality of this brush. I'm just quickly looking to see if this Artif Artif, I think it's Artif White. Let's see what else they have. Maybe order some more of them. 1, order 6. Generally don't like ordering sets that have like a bunch of different sizes because I only really use a 1, a 3 or 4, and like a 1/2 inch. I only use like 4 brushes. So you get a set like 20 different brushes is a bit of a waste. Yeah, I can't order this online. I need to just go in the store. Anyways, morning, Kevin. I'm not reading that out loud, Rodney. But everybody's in quarantine, so it's broadcast worship, right? There isn't actually a gathering. I think they're just doing it over Zoom or something. Which I don't know why they need to really be that loud, but whatever. Yeah, this is starting to feel nice and dry. So I'll just go back into the underpainting. Just get some black. The only thing I have to be careful about is if the paper is wet or not fully dry, I won't be able to get hard edges because the paint is just going to blend because I'm working on a moist surface, which looks like it is still a little moist even though it doesn't feel like it to the touch. But it's okay for just blocking things in. Do you remember one time the guys next door got a little too loud on a Sunday, so I found playlist of like EDM and like death metal, electronic death metal, and yeah, just cranked the speakers and went to get coffee for like 10 minutes. Something came back. It was really quiet. Oh, awesome. Oh, glad to hear, Kevin. Gordon's a great guy. I really like his work. Yeah, and he's just been cranking out some really cool pieces. Jan says use the blow dryer like Jay does, so we'll dry faster. Yeah, that should probably pick up my little pony hair dryer like Warner has. To do it. It dries fast enough. I mean, I can wait 5 minutes. If I was using straight watercolors, it'll take a lot longer, which is what Warner does. So you can understand the need for a hair dryer, but yeah, the devil music. I guess ultimately I could have put on anything, put on some Justin Bieber, things just to drive the point that I can get loud too. And I have like 4-foot reference speakers here, which is what I'm using, but they're on like 2. You can put them up to 10 and rattle the roof panels. I'm not the guy to go and complain. As long as it's not interfering with my work, I don't care. You can always put on headphones, I guess, but they'll be a little too much. Now, let me know if you guys can hear him. So what I'm doing now is really just blocking in the darkest darks. So like I said before, I'm going to be in the center because the light wraps around them. I got a sip of coffee here. So the tighter I can get the underpainting, the easier it's going to make the coloring process. Because if I get really nice values down with nice contrast, when I do the blue wash over the blue areas, the light gray on the white and the red and so on, I should be able to just do an even wash, let's say the glove, just an even wash of red. All the values from the underpainting will darken the shadows, and then all I'll really need to do is go in with white and yellow and pick up the highlights to make it pop. If the underpainting isn't as refined, actually means I'll have to go back into the shadows and repaint them. So it's just a matter of, whether I spend the time building the values now or do it later. And it's a little easier to do everything now because then I don't need to mix colors. Sometimes it works out better than others. For some areas might need a punch in the darks, like to punch out the dark areas, but we'll see. It's all part of the process. What's up, Brandon? Hey, nobody's forcing you to get up. Appreciate you taking the time to join in the stream, but and I have coffee. Le Me Cafe. Just horrible coffee. No, they are preaching. There's no band right now. I know. Let me stop the background music. I can't make out everything that they're saying, but there's a lot of hallelujah. And it's almost noon here, Brandon. At one point, they will start singing. There's an Amazing Grace coming. But if I get a copyright strike because of this, I'm going to be pissed off. One, that's not coffee. Two, your logic does not affect me in my bubble of denial. Yes, agreed. The Me Cafe is not, no. I just needed coffee on the drive-in, so I popped into McDonald's and grabbed a coffee, but it really is crappy coffee. I don't care how ethnically sourced 100% of Arabica beans it is. Shitty coffee, shitty coffee. Ethical or not. What's this? If anyone's watching is into it, Pat King, Marvel Stunts over on the Twitch, is going to be live breaking 2 boxes of MM20s at 2 EST. If you don't know, Pat is actually the model for about 20 or 30 of the cards on that set. Great guy. I'll probably hop into the chat for a little bit there to see if he hits any of my sketches. I think he might actually be giving some stuff away too. Maybe. Yeah, he's chasing very specific cards, and he sells almost like anything that he doesn't actually need. He's not collecting for value. He's trying to collect the cards that he modeled for. Yeah, and I think he's very reasonable with his prices too. Thank you, Twitch. I know I'm live. Yeah, he's really into Craven. You got the Brandon says you got the Gamma Red Gallery and a Craven metal plate from Craven himself. Oh, no, was it a metal plate or one of those silver shiny ones? Hope he signed it for you. Once I get through some of the commissions, because there's a little bit of a backlog now. Not a backlog. I mean, I have a few commissions lined up. So, Metal Orgy. The Metal Orgy. Yeah, once I get through some of the commissions I need to do, assuming I don't get slammed with sets all at once, because I have some stuff pending that I should have been working on by now, but I still haven't received the cards. I'm gonna do a Craven of Pat. He's got lots of reference pictures from his cosplay, and he said it's cool if I do a painting of one of them, so that's going to be fun. And I use reference a lot for lighting or like facial expressions or whatever, but I don't usually make I don't usually follow the likeness because it doesn't make sense. But for that one, I do want it to look like Pat. That's the whole point, but oh, and he wouldn't send you a signed cosplay print? Or he just doesn't have any? do want to take a moment and give a shout out to basically, I think everyone that's watching now. I can't tell all the names, but you guys have been super supportive, and I think I've done commissions for all of you, almost everyone that subscribes to my channels and watches my stuff. And I can't be, words can't express how grateful I am for the support. I mean, I'd be doing this regardless, but the support and the encouragement that I'm getting from the collector community and the art collector community, it's been great, and it's just continuously motivating me to do more and get better. So thank you all. Why don't we accept Brandon? I'm just kidding. Brandon's awesome. And it's not just commissioning me, watching the videos, engaging, sharing, all that stuff. It's great. It just reinforces that people like what I'm doing, and helps me grow as an artist. And then the fellow artists like Rodney, if he's still around, Gordon, Warner, Fife, Sean, Jason Montoya, Michael Monshaw, Paul Hill, Marcia Dye, all the artists that I've gotten to know in the last year or so in a virtual space that have just been great people to talk to, great people to bounce ideas off of, inspirational a lot of the time. It's great. It's gonna say, give me a chance to drink my coffee to get all emotional, and then you had to go and ruin it, eat backwards. It's how we roll in Canada. It's almost lunchtime here, so we can get emotional. Not that I'm trying to get emotional. I'm just want to take a moment and say thank you for all the support and the inspiration and the laughs. Okay, good. You're still there, Rodney. I don't want to name drop you if you're not there. Yeah, it's really Rodney and Sean that got me into streaming. It was because of them that I discovered, or thanks to them, I discovered StreamYard, which is the platform I use for the streams now, or for the last 6 months or so. They were gracious enough to have me on their streams a couple of times. 21 minutes. Yeah, this is moving pretty well. So I never know how long things are going to take and how smoothly the process is going to go, how smooth the process is going to be. It definitely does help that I'm working on watercolor paper and not Bristol or backing board. It makes a world of difference in how the paint lays down and how it spreads. So, yeah, we're all. Sorry, funny. It's the only place you can come see some awesome or a good conversation and a sermon on a Sunday. That's it. It's the place to be. No, they're singing. Once the COVID stuff calms down, I'm just gonna pop my head in on a Sunday and see exactly what's going on there. Just tell them I've been listening to you guys for a year and a half. Figure I put a face to the voice. Be a nice passive aggressive way to tell them to turn it down. My wrist is getting a little sore. It's not good. Oh, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, like I'm running a really low budget streaming setup. I have a Logitech C525 webcam that I cracked out of its case, and it's actually clamped onto a light stand. Yeah, it's better than the cell phone leaning on a box of business cards, which is what I used to do before. I could do better. I need better lighting, but I don't want to move my desk around my office. And I have I have tons of lights because I have a photo studio in the other room, but it's not convenient, if you will. Um, but I think the next thing I'm going to do at some point is get a better webcam because this is an old one. Maybe so I can get a 4K cam. Even though I can't stream in 4K, it will make a difference in the quality. And figure out some convenient lighting scheme. But if you have any suggestions, let me know. I honestly think the most high-tech piece of my setup is the actual light stand. It should be darker here. Does anyone know offhand how many episodes we're supposed to get of WandaVision this season? Is it 8? Really itching to watch that, but I want to just binge it all in a night. No, I stream off my desktop. Okay, 10 episodes. So there are 4, so 5 more weeks. Okay, no, 6 more weeks. Okay, I can wait 6 weeks. Yeah, so Brandon, I have my webcam hooked up to my desktop, which is under my desk, and then my screens are here, and then obviously the webcam. I don't want to install shop lights in the office. I have 12-foot ceilings. I could drop one of the lights, but I don't really. I mean, this is my office, right? I don't want to rig it specifically for streaming because hopefully, things will go back to normal soon, and I'll have clients start coming back to the office. So it needs to be more of a professional environment. I don't want to set up a separate room specifically for the stream. So it's just a matter of finding a balance between something that I can, store off to the side and quickly set up, which is why this works great for me. But I think I need to rig up maybe something that I can do to get a light at the on top. Or maybe with a boom arm. Yeah, because I'm running a 1,000-watt constant light off to the side. That's what this is. But it's too far off because the table's 6 feet wide. But if I can get that over on top here, maybe put one of the soft boxes on it or an umbrella to diffuse the light, will be better. And the shop lights from Home Depot put out a ton of heat. Use those for a video once, for a video shoot, and the model was sweating buckets. Poor girl. It's a little dark, Rodney. And part of it's probably the webcam, because the way it does the auto white balance, my desk isn't as red. But if I adjust the white balance to match the color of the table, then it changes the temperature of the paper for some reason, just because it's an old webcam. So yeah, it's fine. I think if I just get a better webcam, because this is it's got to be like a 10-year-old model. If I get a better webcam, it'll be better. Jan asked us if I looked into those ring lights. Yes, and I had a set. Oh, I said I had one. Those LED rings. They're great. It did burn out, so I don't know where it is. I actually need a ring light. I just need a light at the top. I have an LED panel somewhere in storage, which works as well, because that one's adjustable and you can shift the temperature on it. I just need to get a boom to get the light over, like so it'll be like on top of the work area, and that will work. Or just some way to get the light closer to the work area, because right now it's, if I were to measure, about 3 feet to the left. Yeah, I have OBS, Brandon, and I played with that before. StreamYard, I'm really liking, because I don't need to do anything, and can turn on channels on and off. It stores it. There's all kinds of benefits where not you pay for it. It does cost me like $30 a month. But yeah, a mic or some better, like, or some headphones would probably be good. It'll help drown out the neighbors. Make a noise canceling mic. Will also drown out the HVAC fan, which I know gets a little loud at times. But I'm in no rush to upgrade my setup. Do appreciate the offer there. What I should do, if I would prioritize my stuff properly, is get the proper drivers for my what is that? The D7100, to be able to use that as a webcam, because Nikon did release or started releasing drivers allowing for to use a DSLR as a webcam, which is something that they refused to do for the longest time, and then third-party apps started popping up, which were messing with the firmware. Because that'd be great, because then I'm running I think that one's 4K. either way, even if it's not 4K, it's proper sensor, and then I can put on a probably a 50 mil or 75 mil lens. It'll be a lot sharper. Yeah, things to do that I could do, but like I said, I'm not too focused on my streaming setup right now. I think this does the trick for now. Maybe if I stop shaking the camera. Let's get some. Nicer darks in the rest of the arm. Yeah, Brandon, they supposedly Nikon fixed that it was a firmware issue as long as you're not using a cheap cable. So you can even do it over Wi-Fi. But it just didn't allow it. Like, for the longest time on a lot of cameras, you can only record like 5-minute bursts onto the camera itself. I think the latest firmware that I have loaded on this camera allows for 20-minute recording, which doesn't matter in a stream because you're not recording to the camera, you're just using the sensor. But yeah, they were very kind of territorial not to make the cameras too useful. I guess, you know, saying if you want to film more than that, you got to buy a more expensive DSLR. Ronnie says, feels like I should randomly give us an amen or hallelujah, out of respect. Hallelujah. There you go. I love that song. America. Amen. I'm going to get up and stretch my legs for a couple of minutes. I'll just put on. Oh no, I'd have to mute the stream. Never mind. That was a half a thought, half a sentence. Cool. Take care, Ronnie. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll be on for another hour or so. Trying to get the most out of my day. But thanks for tuning in, buddy. Thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, so far, so good. Keeps coming along. will notice I'm not really putting too much work into the shield yet. That's going to be I think, the challenging part here, because I'm not really sure how to light it. Well, actually, no, sorry. I know how it's going to be lit because I kind of toned it in. I'm just not sure how I'm going to approach the coloring. I'll figure it out. That's some base. The yellow base layers give me a lot of Anthony Tan vibes. Anthony Tan. What is Anthony Tan? You talking about the sketch card guy? The yellow base layer is just a base layer to give it a nice, to give everything a warm glow, because there's supposed to be an explosion in the background, so it's going to be ambient light coming from the explosion. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he uses yellow as kind of the base wash for most of his backgrounds. I think Dan does some great work. But yeah, I don't think this is going to have the same feel once it's done. And he is a crowd favorite, with good reason. He does some killer work. Gotta reach out to him, see if I can get him on a stream one day. He'd be a cool guest artist. Yeah, Kevin. It's because of the medium, right? Acrylics can be, you can make them transparent, or you can make them opaque, depending on the water saturation or medium or whatever. So um, you could technically, and it's the same as oils. You could theoretically do a full painting in like uh, baby blue, and then color it to be any other color. Um, like look at, I'm sure you can find online a lot of Frazetta's preliminary paintings and sketches. They're all sepia, like browns. And it's just to determine the valley pattern. And as you add colors on top of it, then it takes on a different shape, or not a different shape, takes on a different hue, but there's still a warmth or coolness from the underpainting. A lot of the cards that I do, a lot of the commissions, I mean, this process with the detailed underpainting is, in my opinion, gives the cleanest, tightest result. But the other way to do it is to go really loose with the paints and then start tightening it up. This process has, you kind of see it all come together because there's constant details being built. The other process has what I call the ugly stage. And that one is a little bit of a faster process. It's a little for sketch cards. But like, yeah, it has this ugly stage. There's one point halfway through the process where the piece just looks like paint is slapped all over the face. Everything's loose. There's texture, like there's weird textures, there's weird lines going everywhere. And when I do sketch card commissions, I mean, for the people that like to see the process, I'll send them snapshots at the end of every sitting saying, hey, this is what it's looking like in between. And then I always say, hey, this is the ugly stage. It looks really horrible, but don't worry, it'll come together on the next step. Where is it? Essentially, this one's a little not quite there, but like this is that ugly stage approach. Once I would, once I'll get the first layer of colors on this, this is gonna look really weird. But that's the idea. So I mean, this is why I could only draw stick figures. I would just slap down blue and red and say heck with the shading. Gotta believe in the process. Brian says, I don't want to see how hot dogs are made either. It doesn't stop me from enjoying the finished product. I don't think anybody wants to see how hot dogs are made. Just one of those mysteries of the universe. Just let it be and enjoy the final product. Oh, hang on, I might actually have a picture of one. One second. I have it on my phone. Of the ugly phase. Something I can show. No. So I'm trying to find something that can actually show. I don't think I have anything on my phone. Oh, here's one. So that is the ugly phase of this, which doesn't fit on the camera. So this is a piece I did for Sean's Sean's book, The Scarlet Huntress Field Guide to something, 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 something. Now there's the ugly phase. As get the glare out, you can see the ugly phase of that one. Then I think I have a picture of the final, and there's the final. So really the difference between this and this is shadows and highlights. Because at this point, all the base colors were in. I can't really tell. Stupid lights. All the base colors were in. And then just needed to pick up the, so that's the reverse of the underpainting approach. All right, so this is just loose colors all over the place. And then add in the detail of the darks and the highlights. So just black and white really over the reds. And it's hard to tell on the glary phone. But here's an example of the underpainting approach. So there you go. That's tonal underpainting on a Manhunter card for, can't remember who, what set that was. And then literally all I had to do is paint over in green, blue, red, and then with white pick up the highlights. And that's the approach here. But I digress, and my brush is drawing with paint on it, which is how you ruin brushes. I was working on the hands. But Brandon, you got to admit the painting process is a little bit more exciting than the um, hot dog making process, I would hope. I guess depends on what you're into, but what are these little sketch card battle. There you go. Yeah, we should have a sketch card battle this upcoming Friday. Just waiting for confirmation from a few people. I think I have at least two, so I'm just waiting for one more person to confirm, and hopefully by Tuesday I'll get confirmation and schedule that. I think this week is just going to be a standard random character. I believe Warner's in, Fife, except waiting for confirmation from one more person. Maybe Gordon. Hopefully Gordon. Because he was chirping at me about it before and then he bailed. Okay, so I think I'm going to take 5 minutes, stretch my legs. My wrist is getting a little stiff. Hopefully that's not a sign of some like tendonitis or something kicking in, because that's really going to ruin my week. But no, not Rodney. Did I say Rodney? He hopped in before Christmas. I don't think he's going to join this time, but he will again. It's J5, Jalen Warner, and one more person. Probably not Rodney, but yeah, accept. Let's give it a little break, let this dry. I want to stretch my legs, and I'll come on for a little bit longer. Oh, and in the meantime, I can check if my other card's drying, and I'll show you that if it's good. Okay, we're back. So here's the Bane sketch that ended up being a full sketch card yesterday. That's nice and dry and mounted to paper. I'll trim it and a little later put it in the stack, but I'm really happy with the way this came out. That was meant to be like a warm-up sketch, and sure enough, it's not as glossy. I only did 2 coats on this one. Maybe I'll do another one. Things nice and dry here. Oh, and I'm out of coffee. I think there's no point trying to do some of these straight lines by hand. When I can use a pencil. What's this? Oh, that's right. That was right. what I do with my big brush. What did I do with my big brush? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna go back to the background now and start adding some red. Give it a little bit more of that fiery feel. So same as the yellow before. It's a little loud. Here's the thing, if there is some yellow, yeah, there still is. A nice orange, red. It's gotta be, yellow that I'm using here is it's a daffodil yellow, which has a touch of white in it, so might make the red a little pinkish, which is fine. It just starts creating a little bit of atmosphere. I think I might have gotten a touch of black in the paint. It's not good. What is that? I need to scrape that off. That's not good. Yep, definitely got a touch of black there. That's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. Post in this case is on the next wash. Kind of adds a nice touch of debris here, but I don't know what that is. Hopefully scrape it off the paper. There we go. Well, it's still wet. We'll scrape it off or blend it out. getting a little loud next door. So the background's going to look a little messy, which is fine because that's what it's supposed to do. At this point, just get a nice mix of reds and yellows and oranges. To represent the ambient light being cast by, it's not really ambient, the lighting source is fire, so it's all going to be very warm. right there is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Because I got a little too much paint, so I'm going to have to fix that when I do the shield. But the rest of it is pretty good. Even-ish. Getting darker or stronger and more saturated as you get further away from the flame. And what I'm going to do is, this is all very wet now, I can't really touch that. I think I'm going to see if the paint's not going to glob up too much. Don't know if Kevin, if you're still there. I'm just going to start doing the red washes. Yeah, I'm just starting to lay down a little bit of the red, and you can get a sense of how the color is going to start coming together. And I'm just doing the red because I won't do the other colors yet. It's just because I want to make sure I get a good value separation between the red parts of his costume and the background, which has such a strong red there. Because otherwise I might start losing the details. I don't want that. What else is red? His gloves, his boots. Oh, the stripes on his stomach. Blue, red, white, red. Okay, so actually. I think I lucked out with this part because that ring of the shield is red as well, so I'm not gonna have to scrub a different color over it to try to lose that red because it needs to be red. Happy accidents, exactly. I think you get a sense of how it starts to come together now, right? As I'm doing even the soft layer of color, but you can tell how the color is going to start popping. What's up, Jamie? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Started real early today, according to some people. Depends on your time zone. Oh, I think the neighbors are done. I can turn down my ambient music. Oh, thanks, man. Did you get a notification that I was going live? I know some people aren't getting their notifications. I'm not sure why. Probably help if I stuck to an actual schedule of sorts, but yeah, you did catch me live, Jamie, but I'm gonna be yeah, I'm almost done for today. I don't know what's up with the notifications. Sometimes they don't go out or they go out like an hour later or the next day. I know that happened to me with who was I following? I was waiting for their stream. Ricardo Federici. I turned on my notifications and everything, and he's had something scheduled like a week in advance. Yeah, sure enough, I got the notification like 4 hours later. So I'm going off camera here. Color's the star. It's not red, is it? No, it's white. Okay. Thanks, buddy. This is, what am I in? 3 hours of painting? I think I'm about halfway through. It should, assuming I don't nerf it at the end, it should come out really well. This is commission, so it's not for card set. It's a 5x7. So in one way, it's for fun, and in another way, it's for it's a commission. So it's still fun. And I think I said last time somebody was asking. Every piece is a commission. Some of them are just a commission in the making. Scrubbing a little bit too much paint there, starting to lose some. I'm actually picking up paint instead of laying paint down. So we'll come back there later. I do have, I have a few commissions in the queue. All of them really fun. Really kind of looking forward to get started on all of them. And with non-licensed stuff, like non-APs, I just do them in order. APs are a little bit different because I can't always, because I can't stream the process, and I kind of have to do them in the order that they were requested, but also respecting the publishing schedule. So I can't do an AP for a set that hasn't been released, even though it got requested first. Trying to think what the next one is. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, Jamie. I saw the couple of things that you posted, and like you were hitting the ground running, man. Just kick it. That was at 1:30. Okay, gotta wrap it up soon. Just keep at it, man. Just draw every day, or whenever you can. The more you do it, the faster you get, the better you get. I really like this deep red from Decor. It's got a nice like Ferrari candy red feel to it. Great color for Iron Man's armor. And then I had a different mix in a different red for the glove and the boot, so it doesn't look exactly the same. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll just mix it in with the purple to just make it a little colder. Okay, I'm scraping paint again. It's part you have to be careful. I'm doing it again. When working with washes, you really have to let the surface dry before you do a second coat, because otherwise you start scraping it. You're just peeling off the layer they did underneath, and you start getting some weird textures. You can fix them, but you want to work smarter, not harder, as the talented Jalen Warner would say. I'm going to add a little bit of red to his face as an under, just to warm it up a little bit. So when I, just in the areas of the highlight, so when I do the skin tone on top of the painting, there will be a little warmer here. I'm really tempted to start doing the face, but I need to flush out a lot more of the background before I can start doing final details. So I won't touch it because that's just a waste. Just in case, you know, I overbrush or something. I don't want to have to go back in and fix the face. Oh, so Jamie, since you just hopped on, you didn't see. Emma Frost trimmed and varnished, or varnished and trimmed. That's super glossy. That's like 4 layers, 4 coats of varnish. Just back in our top loader. And this one, which was drying this morning, this is 2 coats of varnish, so not quite as shiny. Might do another one, like do another coat, but kind of like it's got a bit of a satin feel. Works well with the Bane look. Why is my phone dinging? Thanks, man. Yeah, the Bane. Yeah, I really like the way this came out. This was, I was sitting on the couch doodling on a piece of scrap. Right, that's why it's all messed up. While watching TV, and I was like, oh, you know, maybe I'll do a color wash on it. And then like an hour and a half later, got that. So that was actually done on kind of really thin paper. That was done on mixed media paper, which is great, but it's really, really thin. So then I mounted it to watercolor paper, which is what this sheet is. So it actually becomes, it has some substance, because otherwise it just feels like it's like 12 point or something. So this way, at least it has a little bit more oomph. Yeah, I'll give him another coat of gloss tonight, then trim him, add to the pile. How are we on time here? 1:35. Might have gotten a little bit overzealous to red on the face. I'm trying to lose detail. It's gonna add some shadows again. Wow, I can see him. It's as if as the paint settles, it might just flatten everything out. Yeah, and this is gonna help. Probably can't see much of a difference on camera, but it's gonna help me later. So one thing, I think that's gonna be it for Captain America today, but I have like 5 more minutes or so. Let's leave that there for a second for my thumbnail. Okay, I'll set that aside, let that dry. See when the next time I work on it is. I will stream that as well, so sometime next week. Somebody was asking me, I can't remember who, or made a comment that they really like the way I do masks. And the reason I think that is because I always, there's two things that I always do or try to do when making a mask. And I'll do this real quick because I gotta go. One is follow the contours of the face. So by that I mean is, I'll just do a quick face. I don't want to get caught up in the details of the face, so I'm just gonna rough it out. The eye's wrong. Anyways, that's it. Don't want to get caught up in the details of the face. So that's my base face shape. But if there's a mask, it's not going to doesn't go like this. It's not straight edges. There's no straight edges. It has to follow the contour of the nose. So there's the bridge of the nose. So there's that piece there that covers the contour of the bridge of the nose. Then it follows the shape of the nose, right? Because the nose is a triangle. That's the basic shape of a nose, right? So if a mask covers it, it's going to follow these shapes and then go into the cheek. And then the cheek's curved to wherever the mask ends and then wraps down. And so that's part of it, is follow the contours of the face. And then the other part is, which I do in paint, is wherever the lighting's coming from. Oh, and also if, like in this case, the other part, you just want to follow the curve of the face, and that's where the other part is going to come. Right? So that's one. And two is give the mask thickness, because unless it's painted on, which does happen, the mask is going to be built of some sort of material. So on the bridge of the nose, it's always a little thicker. So if you can see there, wherever it ends here, the mask is going to be thicker than where the cheek is. So you see there's a little gap there. And you can just do it with a thicker line depending on where the lighting comes from. And same thing here, when it comes down underneath the chin, it wraps around the bottom of the chin. And that's the difference between it just makes it look more real, more realistic. Right? Just by having that bridge here, the thickness here, and then the thickness here makes a big difference. And if you look at like Batman, Michael Keaton, Batman, the famous pose is perfect example, because he's got like half an inch of plastic wrapped around his face. There's always a lip to the mask. And so if it's being lit from here, all of this stuff here is in shadow because it's underneath. So if you're just doing a pen drawing, it's just thick and thin lines. These lines are going to be thicker. So the mask should actually stick out here as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, that was my little tutorial on how I do masks. That's Captain America. Really happy with the progress I made on him today. I would say he's close to being halfway done. Next step is going to be really flushing out the background and getting a nice gradient from almost white here to represent the center of the fireball. Going out, flushing out the little details, some casting shadows. So that's probably going to be the next sitting, is going to be all background. And after that, color washes, maybe reinforce some of the shadows. We'll see what the values are. And so 2, maybe 3 more sessions. And this, All American Hero is going to be ready. That's it for me. Thanks so much for joining in, hopping in early in the morning, listening to me rant on close to 3-hour stream. Probably on the 11th. I think it's a long weekend here. If nothing else comes up, I'm probably going to do a 7-hour stream. Let's see how that works out. Won't be working on this. I got to figure out something to work on during that stream. But yeah, stay tuned. I will definitely post about that in advance, maybe schedule it as an event. But yeah, that's going to start like 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. I will be streaming at some point, at least once next week, as well as the Sketch Cards Challenge next Friday around 5 o'clock. That's, like I said, almost 100% a go. Thanks, Norn. I don't know which Norn is this. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna go make some more coffee and start doing some paperwork as I listen to Pat King do some box breaks over on Marvel Stunts, I think his thing's on Twitch. Let me actually double check. I'll put it in the comments if anyone's interested in watching that. He's gonna crack 2 boxes of MM20s. I'm hoping he Jan, okay. Yeah, he's Marvel Stunts on Twitch. Here's the link. Check him out. I think he's going live in like 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll drop in the comments. Said Pat's cracking open 2 boxes of MM20s. I'm hoping you hit some of my sketches or some other gems. That's it for now. Thanks so much. Catch you later.